This video contains information and examples of troubleshooting that require interacting with electrical and mechanical components. If you are not comfortable with basic electrical or mechanical concepts, do not proceed. Contactors. What is a contactor? A contactor is a high-voltage electrical switch which is activated by a lower-voltage electrical call from a system. Contactors come in many different varieties. In this picture, we see a 3-pole contactor, a 2-pole contactor, and a single-pole contactor, which are generally described as 1.5 poles for whatever reason. Before we delve into contactor ratings, let's look at how they function. Contactors have two main components, the contacts and the coil. The contacts internally look something like this when they are open. When voltage is applied to the coil, the electromagnetic force pulls the contacts into a closed position. The high voltage is then allowed to pass through the contactor and feed electricity to the motor. How are contactors rated? Contactor ratings can be found directly on the contactor. The most important ratings to consider are the coil voltage and the full load amperage, or FLA rating. How do I test a contactor, and what generally fails? Most contactors fail at one of the 2 points already mentioned, the coil or the contact points. With a voltmeter set to AC voltage, measure the voltage coming into the coil. If no voltage is present, look elsewhere for the problem. If voltage is present at the contactor coil, but the points are not closing, you can bet that you have a bad contactor coil. When coil voltage is applied to a contactor, it should have a definitive click as the points pull closed. The second main point of failure are the contact points. As the contactor cycles on and off for days, months, and years, the points will become burned or pitted. In this picture, we see an example of burnt points on a contactor that has been disassembled. How do I test for bad points? If you have proper voltage coming into a closed contactor, but something different on the other side, it's time to check for voltage drop. While the contacts are closed, place the leads of your meter on the in and outsides of one pole. If voltage is being allowed through, it will read almost 0. Repeat this test on the next pole. If voltage is not being allowed through, you will read a higher voltage. Any drop in voltage exceeding 5% of the applied voltage should be considered bad, and the contactor should be replaced. Still lost? Need a professional? Look us up. We service East Central Florida. All new customers receive $25 service calls with no strings attached.